Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Hey, check out my new tag team, baby, Monte the Pharaoh.
Hey, Jimmy, don't forget to tell them about Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
Well, you know what, I would, but you already did it.
It's Monte the Pharaoh. With Monte and Pharaoh.
The Monte and Pharaoh Show.
Monte and Pharaoh, bro.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Monte and the Pharaoh.
The Monte and Pharaoh Show.
And you're watching the Monte and Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
It's Monte and the Pharaoh.
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 Monte and Pharaoh.
It's Monte and the Pharaoh.
And Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monte and the Pharaoh?
Monte and Pharaoh.
The Monte and the Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
To the Monte and the Pharaoh Show. And it's Monte and the Pharaoh, baby.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, what a run.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Hey, cut the fucking music. When you want the best in professional wrestling, Long Island, there's only one place you're going to get it, right here.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Now, that's not just the coolest, and that's not just the best. That, my friends, is just incredible. Monte and the Pharaoh.
You've got the future Hall of Famer, that rocker, Marty Jannetty, MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monte and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Duh.
Welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte the Pharaoh, seen only here out of Indie Music TV from Ronkonkoma, Long Island. Show number 3 in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Still at the board, still kicking. Our super producer, Matt. Matt, how are you?
Doing great as always.
So instead of turning to the Pharaoh on it, Matt, how'd you like those first 2 interviews, Tommy Rich and Marty Jannetty?
I thought they were pretty amusing.
Did you learn anything?
Amusing. What, like a clown?
Well, some people are kind of.
You found out that for $50 you can get a blowjob.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, not that
yeah.
story. Why are you bringing that
pretty
one
much
up?
that, you know. You can do interesting things in very interesting places.
And you found out
No
Marty.
reason at
You found
all.
out Marty Jannetty spoke to the Grim Reaper during an Atlanta Falcon game.
Yeah.
That was so a lot of knowledge being
Eventful.
dropped on your young mind.
Some of these wrestlers are like rock stars, huh? They're kid.
Mm.
It's kind of
Soaking
freaky.
it into the sponge.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Tommy Rich, full head of hair still, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
A lot of things going
What
on.
are we
Very,
gonna-
boisterous voice.
Boisterous.
Yeah, very boisterous.
Boisterous.
Yeah.
A lot of energy in that man.
Yeah.
To the right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Pharaoh. Jimmy, how are you?
Back again. Here we are again, round 3.
Bro, are you worn out or what?
I'm pretty sharp, but thanks for the Mickey D's. That was
At our
good.
age, we shouldn't be eating Mickey
Why
D's,
is that? I smoke
Because it's like
non-filtered
eating
cigarettes.
poison.
Well, ugh.
And
What's
how
the-
excited are we to have
Oh,
WWE superstar, WCW superstar, Barry Horowitz will be getting to. I am very, very excited for that. You were telling me right before this, of the 3 interviews, you said, I am really jacked up for Barry.
I said that when we rolled up this, so it feels like this morning, but I think it was this early afternoon.
Yeah, right.
I says, let me tell you, I says, round 3 is going to be as good as rounds 1 and 2. I'm pumped.
Yeah, it is. It's
You
great,
know?
man.
Let's have it.
We want to thank the band who sings the theme song for Monte the Pharaoh, Wisteria Hall,
Oh.
lead singer Jimmy Farrell, along with his partner Bart Griggs.
Coincidence.
Wisteria Hall songs are In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain, and you can find that music on Spotify, iTunes, and Reverb Nation. And the name of our theme song is Riding High. You can catch Riding High video on the Monte and the Pharaoh YouTube page. a Monte The Pharaoh Facebook Live page, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Twitch TV, Monte The Pharaoh page, RTF Sports Network.
Soon to be.
Soon to be Access All Sports.
Nice.
Right? Thursdays from 8 to 9, their anchor show, and then Monday mornings and a repeat from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're also on channel 115 every Tuesday in the...
Is that the evening?
In the reduced version.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were gonna. Why do you always say
because
reduced?
I'm trying to.
It's abridged. It's abbreviated. It's condensed. Reduced makes it sound like I need to take a pill.
All right, so
what's wrong with
condensed
you?
version of this
geez.
show where you will see superstar Barry Horowitz from Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m.
in the evening.
And if that's not enough of Barry Horowitz, you get to see him on a Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 6:30.
Okay.
And still, if that's not enough, you get to catch him on channel 20 at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
If you're partying with Marty Jannetty, right?
If you 1:30 in the morning, you're probably just getting started to party with Marty. Yeah, okay.
We'll be back with WCW WWF Superstar. We are jacked up. Barry Horowitz right after this commercial break.
See you in a sec.
Jimmy, I gotta take a dump. What? No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631-900-DUMP. That's right, folks. Canine Corral for all your dog daycare and overnight care. Call 631-549-1544. That's 631-549-1544.
You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence. All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte The Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. And we want to welcome WWE or WWF superstar, WCW superstar, our honor, Barry Horowitz. Barry, how are you, sir?
Good, man. Thanks.
Us, man.
You don't mind calling me Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz, do you?
No.
Mr. Technical?
Should we call you that?
You didn't know that?
Okay, yeah.
Why are you Mr.
It's in my
Technical?
Wikipedia. It's in everything.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm a technical wrestler.
There it is.
I don't just chop meat, put face paint on, and shake the top rope.
Mr. Technical.
Whoa, a little shot at our friend, the Ultimate Warrior. What's the deal with
You
that?
said it.
What?
I didn't, but...
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you saying he was one-dimensional? What are we getting
I'm going to say he was limited.
Well, speaking of Jim Hellwig,
boy.
What kind of relationship did you have with him?
When I first met him, when he was the Dingo Warrior, fresh out of world-class championship wrestling, I guess Kerry Von Erich possibly got him booked there. He was kind. He was polite. He listened, and they basically made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Okay.
And they did him the big push and this, and then certain people he surrounded himself with, and I really don't think he had the passion of a pro wrestler. I don't think it was that. It was possibly the money and maybe just to produce his comic books as Jim and whatnot. But, excuse me, no, he's a limited worker. No, I'm not knocking him. If I would say this if he was alive, I'm sorry he's passed. But, yeah, he hurt people, and he should be, a little bit more apologetic and more respectful towards the business. And he wasn't. And he's always miserable. Always. And maybe at that time he did look the greatest and stuff, but let me tell you something. There's guys now that smoke him alive, body-wise, and can outwork him.
Right.
Because if he was around now, they'd have him out in 2 days. If he went to Japan, they'd send him home on the next flight because he can't work. Can't wrestle. I mean, you blow up, The face paint, you run into the ring, you shake the ropes, clothesline, press slam. I mean, come on now.
Did he
People want to be entertained, and they want to see wrestling, and in my case, technical wrestling. They enjoy it. They look and they go, this guy's real. He's a pro. He's been trained. He's not chopping meat and kicking and wearing shit from Walmart.
Did the ego develop over time? You obviously saw him in the early days. Did he have it already, or did it morph into... So it grew?
As the Dingo Warrior, and they changed it, he was fine. Yeah, he was fine. He meant well, and I didn't get hurt by him severely. I wrestled in Japan. I've been in the ring with Carl Gotch, okay? I've been in my mentors, the Malenkos. You want to get fucked up, you go see those guys. Or go see Brock Lesnar. You'll get your ass fucking stretched in about 30 seconds. And then you'll know where you're at in the real world of pro wrestling or MMA. But anyway, getting back to Hellwig, just that was it. And then it built up. Then the gimmick, then the paint, then the people he surrounded himself with. You know, defeating the ego and this and that, and it just miserable outbursts in restaurants. I've seen that. I don't like that. It's just, it makes pro wrestling look carny. Oh, they're just carnival. It doesn't make us look like now. When you hear about The Rock or Batista or Hulk Hogan, it's class act. See? Or if it does rem into that situation, people accept it better. But when you do it back then, it's just carnival type, like, and it just makes you look like a clown. It's just unprofessional. Bottom line.
I think that was the time, though, wasn't it? Like, I don't know. Like, that was towards that cartoon superhero. Like, we were kind of transitioning into that. So, you know, did you think he just was good for that time?
I think he was good for that time. Maybe his look, the paint, and what Vince wanted, and, you know, the music, it sounded good. People popped and whatnot. Yeah. You could educate your crowds. It's very easy. You could educate them to the style of high-flying AEW style, which I have nothing against, a little bit too much for me. You could educate them towards, I see some old tapes of Ring of Honor. These guys, I thought I technical wrestled. It was almost to the point a tad boring. It was almost, see, you don't want to do too much technical. You got to mix the two. That becomes an artist. That's what I did with myself.
Was Bret Hart a great example of mixing the two?
Yes. Okay. He was a good example. There's a lot of people. I mean, off the top of my head, Bret Hart, Owen Hart for sure.
Thank you.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think.
Kurt Angle? Guy like Kurt Angle.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Kurt's a real deal.
Wait,
Barry,
you're touching. Whoa, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Okay, hold up. Time out.
Time out.
I've met the man one time last year.
Okay.
This is my opinion and my story on Kurt Angle. There's been a lot of amateur wrestlers that tried to transcend into the professional. Myself, it was kind of, you just get lost a little bit in the amateur and the pro, and you got to get it out of you. Bob Backlund, the great, I hate forgetting his name. He's from Minnesota.
Brad Rangans?
Brad Rangans, thank you. And, but
boring. He's going to go boring.
Excuse me, but here's the big one.
I agree.
Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold friggin' medalist.
Broken freaking neck.
He's got the promos. He wins with a broken neck.
Yep.
The dude looks great.
Yep.
With the hair, without the hair.
Yep.
His verbiage, his intelligence.
Yep.
Back in the day, I don't know this for a fact. I just heard through the locker room, maybe some demons, but he corrected them. He's a friggin' stud fucking athlete. And he'll fucking whip your ass. Amateur style, I don't care who you are, in seconds.
I think he did that to Lesnar.
Well, I didn't want to go there, but I've heard that.
Yeah.
There is a difference. Think about this.
Yeah.
Common sense. You don't need 8 years of college for this, but you're a gold medalist in the Olympics and win it with a broken neck over an NCAA champion,
Right.
AAU champion, Big Army champion.
Right.
There's no comparison.
It's ridiculous.
Kurt Angle is the friggin' man. Now, here's the big deal about him. His transition was incredible. In 1 year, he caught on so friggin' quick.
Natural.
Unbelievable. The respect for him is just, in my eyes, is just incredible. How he transitioned. And I've seen him in some crazy matches with Shane McMahon, going through shit. I mean, shoot style. He could do that. He can go out there. I saw him 2 years ago. It's an old match. I don't know where it's from. TNA or Impact, something. He went about 15 minutes with Jay Lethal and put him over. He's a friggin' pro. Yeah. He put over this guy on for his retirement match. Nothing against him, but I think Kurt should have went over. That shows it's not you don't give a shit attitude. It's not that you don't care. You're a pro. We're in the land of make-believe. Now that kayfabe's broken, I could say that. We're in the land of make-believe. Again, if you're worried about your win-loss record and that you're the tough guy and you're this, feel free to go in there with Brock or Ken Shamrock, Frank Shamrock. They will fuck you up in 30 seconds.
So let me ask you,
badly.
You seem like a purist. So you mentioned AEW. How do you feel like guys like Orange Cassidy? Do you feel like they're destroying the business?
His hands are in his pockets.
I know. Well, here's the deal with that. They're unique.
Yes.
And I thought they'd wait another year to do that. It's unique. You're giving a guy a break that's actually, he's pulling the wagon. I mean, if he couldn't work, I understand. Okay, he's in shape. He's not mammoth. He's not jacked up.
Okay.
But other companies wouldn't do it. But let me tell you something. I don't know. Maybe I'd have to be paid a lot. I don't know how you stick your hands in the pocket and dive through those ropes, do a planche and a tope without worrying, I hope they catch me. I hope, because if they don't, your face will hit that pavement. You could be dead. And he don't stutter a step. And he's a nice guy.
So do you think these younger wrestlers, they're all about these high spots and they're really putting their lives on the line at this point?
Well,
and it's not really getting the effect they need, right?
And how enduring can that be for their character? They're not going to be able to do that when they're 40-something.
No, you can't do that. I mean, a good wrestler, I mean, I've seen it with Owen Hart, Brady Boone, a lot of Tiger Mask, a lot of Japanese wrestlers that work their ass off in the ring and do the fancy lucha libre style. Eventually, you're going to blow out a knee. You have to. You're going to, like me, break my neck. These things are going to happen. And the high spots, my philosophy, it's real simple. I get in there, I'm the heel. I paint the story that I'm a cowardly heel, but I know how to wrestle. That's where you get the heat. He just doesn't punch and kick, but he does. But all of a sudden, he's doing a Northern Light suplex, three-quarter grapevine, Oklahoma roll. But why did he poke him in the eyes? Psychology that gets heat. Not saying, oh, fuck you, and pull the ropes. That's cheap heat. Right. Anybody could get that. You could do that at any side of a bar outside of Philly, Jersey, New York, Florida, anywhere, and do it for free. I mean, that's not a talent.
Right.
It's stupid. So, too many high spots smarten up your fans. I just think, and too long. It's choreographed. It's obvious. But a good solid one or two, maybe a tad of a long one, there's the story painted. Work that hold. Go for the pin. Go for the submission. All of a sudden, we're doing submissions. I've been doing them 20 years ago.
Right.
Submissions, how do you win? Well, you tap out or you get pinned.
Right.
Or it's a draw match or Broadway. It does happen.
How about a disqualification every so often? Or a
yeah,
count out?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you got to throw that in there and bring back the Texas Death Match.
Yeah.
Right? Bring out the no lights out match. Lights out match. No, how about the I Quit match?
Yeah.
Texas Bull Rope match. We can go on and on because people like that. But I think too much of this, you got to settle down, and too much outside. We're supposed to be in the ring. You want to go outside, okay, and you get the cameras, fine. But if you're at a house show, like I said, the only people that see that good spot is ringside. Cheapskates can't see that. And they're going like this. And they're pissed. They didn't get to see it. Now, if you do it on TV, it's a different story.
Right,
the cameras are all over the place.
Well, that's really a great point, man. I wasn't even thinking about that. You're right. You have to keep it in the ring. You want your fans to be able to see the
It's
action.
a wrestling ring.
You're so
That's
right.
where you're at.
Oh my God! Wow.
How about your take on 50-50 booking? Back in your prime, we definitely knew who was who on the card. Now it's 50-50 all the time. It's getting hard to tell who's who. Any take on the way they do the bookings nowadays in the companies?
I don't know how they do it.
It's very much a gray area.
Yeah.
The person you referred to earlier indirectly, who I also agree never should have been allowed to defeat the great Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin, is no higher today on the pecking order than he was after that win. How does that do anything for anyone?
Well, I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. The bottom line is he's getting paid, and I'm sure well. And you're a mark if you quit. I've seen guys quit territories. We're going to put the Southern Tag Team title on you. You'll make less, but you'll go over. Well, guess what? I want to make more and go under.
Right.
Because guess what? When I'm done with that match, even though I lost, they go, holy shit, he should have won. That was a hell of a match. Just like I watch my Patriots or my Buccaneers, it's the same thing. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. Not everybody could be Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, it can't be. And even those guys lost.
But think about you and your career, right? You WWE guys, all right? Grew up Northeast guys,
Definitely.
right? We were talking that with Tommy
40
Rich earlier.
years or so
right?
of watching
So you've been
wrestling,
around. I want to go back real quick. You mentioned Dingo Warrior. So you wrestled with the Von Erichs in that territory?
I did not. I wrestled for Global, GWF, at the Dallas Sportatorium.
Okay.
Which, on a side note, that ring could never move. It was bolted to the floor. And guess what? That ring was like taking bumps in this studio.
I was going to say.
If you noticed,
there's
you
no
didn't
give.
see big bumps. I took some hip tosses, backdrops. You will not see what you see in AEW on that ring. It is friggin' stiff cement with canvas over it. Brutal. It don't give. It don't give a centimeter.
But I guess I want to go back to the point, right?
Sure.
So you mentioned Dingo, but let's talk about your character.
Okay.
Right? You were enhancement talent. But as God is standing here, when we say Barry Horowitz, everybody knows who Barry Horowitz is. And I will give you the reason, my opinion as a fan, okay? We're not in the industry. We're not experts. I'm giving you a fan's perspective. Because you did something very simple. You patted yourself on the back. No one did that type of shit back then.
Dude, and the robe with the hands on the back.
Oh, the vest, right?
Sometimes
it was a vest, right?
to me, I remember it. Maybe I've made
it's a vest, sleeveless vest.
But it looks so good, though. I mean, it was like there was something flashy about it. And
so my point is, like, what made was
it worked.
Was the WWE okay with that, or did you say, "Hey, I'm just doing this, and I'm going to put myself over this way"?
So worked.
So can you talk
about
that?
The deal was, I always portrayed myself as, when I started, I am going to be a wrestling heel. What's a wrestling heel? Well, go watch film of Bob Orton Jr. and Don Morocco. That's a wrestling heel at its finest.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I can mention others, but they're at the top of my top there.
They're at the top of the top.
Randy Orton, following his footsteps of his dad,
Love
maybe
Randy.
even more so.
We
Got a
love
great look, by the way.
Yep.
Great heel, great look, great work.
Agreed.
Never met him. I know his father well.
Okay.
But bro, you mentioned Morocco.
Yeah. What a beast.
Real quick, I want to stay on your character.
Oh, we love
Fan
it.
out there, Ronnie Roberts asked, why do you feel Vince really never pushed you? You were getting over now. You know you were getting over. You were getting over with us, right? Again, we knew who Barry Horowitz was. And we do remember the matches you won. So Vince is a pretty smart guy, right? Why didn't he give you the push? Good question, Ronnie.
I've had that asked between that and the Hall of Fame over the last couple of years, and I really don't have an answer. I mean, I'll give you my answer, but I always just say, I mean, if some fans say it, I go, you need to go ask Vince. I don't know what to tell you. But forget about the Hall of Fame. As far as pushing me, I don't know. I had no heat. Maybe that was the problem. Showed up on time, never failed a drug test, never busted up a bar, never did anything but my job because I had a passion, still do. And that was what I wanted to do. I don't know, and I'm not going to do nothing sexually or illegal, so that ain't going to happen with me. So you take me for how I am. Or was I jacked up enough? I'm in shape, but I wasn't jacked. But let me tell you something. you pushed Danny Davis. Nothing against Danny, because I like him,
pants.
and a great referee.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I really, I don't know, but somebody contacted me 2 months ago. Somebody asked Jim Cornette on his podcast about me. And you know what Jim said? And I never thought of this. All these years, you could teach an old dog new tricks, and here was one trick that was taught to me. And I'm not trying to put myself over.
Sure.
But this is what Jim Cornette said, because I listened to it for 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I know Barry, blah, blah, blah. I know Jim from Crockett Promotion. I worked for him for Smoky Mountain.
Okay.
I brief stint in WWF because he was with Vince and the writers and that goofy Vince Russo. So I didn't get to talk to him and I'm game time. I get there, I get on the plane, I'm ready, I'm in shoot mode. And it worked for me. I liked it. You don't want to be, like Bob Backlund says, you don't want to be over intense, but you don't want to be under. The trick is to keep it in the middle, and guess what? You got to work hard to keep it in the middle. It's hard.
Sure.
But anyway, getting back to the push, I guess they saw my matches with Skip, and somebody reported it to the agents, and they said, let's try this out. Okay, I'm sorry. Back up the train. We'll go with that. Cornette says,
Right.
Sorry. He says, Barry was just too good. He showed up on time. He didn't fail no drug tests. He worked his ass off. He was just too good. And they said, why push him? Let's leave him there so he could get over our guys, Bret Hart, Undertaker, and whatnot, and then have a house match. Have this, have that, because I could go either way. I can get in there with Undertaker and put him over and make him look like Dead Man in 2 minutes properly. I don't have an ego problem with that. The guys that do have an ego problem or they can't work. But at the same time, hey, Barry, I need you to go in there with WCW in Fort Myers, Florida on live TV with Disco Inferno. We need to get 13 minutes. You're going to see a hell of a fucking match.
Right.
Because 13, I'm just getting warmed up. And I would get heat for going too long, but the only reason I didn't get in trouble or fired or fined, because I may have went over by 5, but it was fucking good.
Barry, how old are you right now?
I'm 61.
61.
230 pounds, 8% body fat.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking machine.
Bro, you look like you look like you
Nice.
get in the ring right now.
I want to!
I'd rather watch you. I'd rather watch you more than that fucking Orange Cassidy. That's for sure. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, but we're gonna come back. I'm gonna say, hey Barry, we're gonna ask this question. And I want you to think about it. Sure. You made a career out of being enhancement talent, which is important for this industry. Super important.
Have to have it.
Have to have it.
Won't put asses in the seat if you don't.
I was never picked on in school, but I want to know when we get back, being enhancement talents, some of the boys treat you like enhancement talent in real life.
Hold that
So
thought.
I want you to think about that.
Okay, sure.
All right?
We shall
We'll be back.
return. Oh my God.
And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB. The Monte and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite 4-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah. Jeff Quest, graphics design, custom vinyl lettering, and all your art and video needs. 516-317-8204. That's for Jeff Quest, graphic design.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte the Pharaoh. Seen every Thursday out of Indie Music TV, but this is a Friday, and we have special guest, superstar, WWE superstar, WWF superstar. I keep on getting in trouble for that, right? Because everybody's like, I was WWF. I got to try to stick on that WWE thing. But, it's the same thing to us, right?
WWF.
Yeah.
WCW superstar, Mr. Barry Horowitz. Barry, thank you again for being here. What an honor to have you in this studio. So, before we went to break, you're enhancement talent. You're helping people get over. You're making their characters. We've had many famous wrestlers in. I'll use one, for example, Lanny Poffo. He would tell a story about Randy Savage and how Randy made sure that he thanked people like yourself for putting him over. Were any of the boys treat you less than their equal because you were enhancement talent back in the day?
I don't think so, or I didn't catch on, or I didn't give a shit. And if you do, you're a fucking mark. Anybody that does that, what you just said, or something really ignorant, I call them a mark, and they're a mark for themselves. Okay, I'm Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz, maybe a little bit right here. I get in that squared circle, oh, I'm totally. But at home with my family, I'm Barry Horowitz. I know how to separate the two. Tom Cruise knows how to do it. DiCaprio knows how to do it. I'm not saying I'm an actor. I'm an athlete. But I don't think The Rock walks around his house and asks his wife what's cooking or smells what's cooking, okay?
Really?
There's a
He's
difference.
ruining this for me. What do you mean?
There's a difference. Don't be a mark for yourself. That is.
Right. How about
that's friggin' embarrassing.
But back in the days when you were in the company during your prime, there were guys who I'm finding out after all these years, like the Bulldogs, for example.
Yeah.
How rough were they behind the scenes? I've heard horror stories about these guys.
A lot of ribs. I was always taught, go with the rib. Don't put it over. You start telling on people and putting it over, it's not good. It don't work for you. You're not being a coward, believe me. And get it. You got to understand the pecking order on that totem pole. Let's say that time I'll never forget in Baltimore Civic Arena when I had to work with the Warrior, and he's going to press slam me. And I've been press slammed by the best. And I'm not a big fan of Lex Luger, but the best press slam in the business, in my eyes. As far as selling for me and working with me, not a problem. Okay, so I'm in the locker room, and there's another one here, but there's a thin wall, and I could hear that fucking Warrior burying me. He's been in the business fucking 20 years, he can't get up for a press slam? Okay, jerk off. You're the fucking mark, and you're the strong man, and I helped you. Don't fucking blame it on me. Own it yourself. You couldn't press slam me, okay? I wouldn't do that. I don't do that no matter how much I hate you. I like my job. I like getting paid. I'm a pro. I don't do that. Now, I could have went in there and slapped the shit out of him or leg dived him and took him down. I'm going to have 50 guys on me kicking my fucking head in, and guess what? I'll be fired.
Yeah, Vince is going to go get the fuck off my company.
Because I will fuck him up.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't like stuff like that. And back in the day, kept my mouth shut. I'm under contract. So are these other guys. But, I noticed on these meet and greets as I travel the last couple of years, I'm having guys come up to me, Ronnie Garvin, which I love, and other guys maybe I don't love, and all of a sudden, you were a great worker, Barry. You were Why didn't you say that back then?
Back then.
Because you're under contract and you're fucking scared and you're worried about your fucking spot on the card.
Well, doesn't that rule?
Maybe if you're worried about your spot and you're number 5 and I'm number 1, maybe we should fucking switch places, bro. Maybe I should be 5 and you should be jabroni number 1, curtain jerker.
Right.
Which I got nothing against that, but it infuriates me. And you're a fucking mark. And I'm not bitter. I'm not knocking these people. I'm shooting.
Right.
And this is the way it be. And you'll get respect from me because I'm not just going to go with it. Not at this age, not what I've did. No, I'm not doing it. Fuck that. Fuck them.
What about the Clique? You worked during that time too, right? What was it like working around those guys?
Maybe I was blind. I never had. Sean he likes to joke around. I know Sean a long time. Worked with him in the ring, no problem. He's a smart ass, but he's changed, I guess. I don't know. Kevin Nash, always a smart ass, but respectful, especially at these meet and greets. I mean, he'll come across the building to say hello to me. I don't know if he's working me, he's a great actor, or what, but I believe him. I really do. I don't see Sean Waltman hardly at all, and if it is, it's pleasantries are nice.
I think as people get older, they start realizing things, right? And you realize what people have done for you, and look, you know what? Wrestling made Kevin. Look, we talked about Kevin Nash. We were talking about back when Vince. Recently, the WWE pulled back on some of their players and said, hey, look, you can't be using these third-party medias anymore because you're using our characters. And a couple of these guys stepped up, like Foley or Kevin Nash. I mean, let's be honest. And look, Kevin Nash would be bouncing somewhere if it wasn't for the WWE, right? He wasn't a great wrestler. They made him a millionaire. I mean, where's the loyalty to the people that brought you to that
He's
level?
pretty cool in movies, too.
Like what?
I just like some of his
Like Punisher?
Like what?
I liked it. But I'm a big
That
mark
stupid
for that
Russian
shit.
character?
And
Come
I
on.
liked what he did in The Longest Yard. It was hilarious.
Longest Yard's a very
Let me
good
tell
movie.
you
You're
something.
right.
Some of
You're
that
right.
shit's for real. He's funny. He's a hilarious guy.
Absolutely.
And he's a legit 7-footer in stocking feet.
But let's be serious on a technical level, and I have nothing but respect for
That's technically speaking.
Yeah, technically speaking, Kevin Nash was no more talented than Ultimate Warrior in the ring.
Oh, no.
Am I being rough?
Yeah.
Am I really?
Kevin.
Where's his flying drop kicks?
I know.
What are we talking about here?
Kevin, he's the innovator of that elbow in the corner.
Oh, come on.
He's the first one to do it.
Okay.
But the
All
Bigfoot,
right. You mean with this?
the jackknife. No, wait,
before
come
he
on now.
give you the elbow.
There's nobody that limited except the Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
Even the Renegade was better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got it out of him. I was fishing for
Holy
this, and apparently I caught the fish. Okay.
Oh, my
Wow.
Sorry,
God.
I'm
yeah.
just interested in how you would rank those two.
The Renegade.
How about? Okay, since I'm just curious. How about Yokozuna? Technically,
What about him?
where do you put him? We just talked about other big guys. We're not the most mobile. Where do you
Well,
put a guy like Yokozuna?
I think he was first Coquina, and he's Samoan, which he is. The gimmick got over. It's pretty cool. He's a nice guy, Rodney, and
Safe to work with in the ring.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I worked with him. Believe me, that finish in the corner, I was nervous. Because I'm going to tell you why I was nervous. Because I'm going, what if he slips or has a heart attack? This is like, it'll crush me and kill me.
Oh man,
That's a really good point.
I'm not being scared. I'm being truthful.
Yeah.
Now I'll take a friggin' bell. I've taken a belly to belly off the top from Rick Steiner. I got no problem with that. But that thing in the corner or earthquake, hitting the ropes and you just don't know. You don't know.
Did you ever get involved in any of the stuff that was going on there? So we were talking about the Click, right? And I was
Yeah.
thinking about, you had a good relationship with Chris Candido?
Oh, that flawless. That's no bullshit. Flawless. You
How
know
was your-
why? He's almost like me looking in the mirror as far as personality.
Right.
No problem, no ego. I felt bad for him with his situation with the girl.
well, that was-
But
that's
as
what I was
far
gonna
as
ask you.
a
You knew that
technical
was-
worker and training in the gym, plus I think he followed some wrong people with demons, and I think that was his demise. Because that's
were
a
you
good
friends
kid.
with Candido, though?
I'm sorry?
Were you good friends with Candido, or?
I was close with him in the locker room, and since we did that thing, we got close. I met him in Smoky Mountain.
Right.
Excuse me. And I've always liked him. I liked his work. He was that heel, the blonde hair with the black trunks, and he was a heel, a good heel,
He was
a
really
wrestling heel.
Yeah.
So I got to respect that.
But so you don't seem like a shy guy, right? So my point is, you brought up Sunny and what she was doing behind his back in the WWE. Didn't you feel like stepping up to Candido and be like, "Bro, what are you doing here?"
Okay, I didn't know any of that until towards the end of my career. That's none of my business.
Okay.
No, and I like. He's not my brother or cousin.
Right.
And let's say I do it and it's wrong. It makes Barry Horowitz look like a piece of shit.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Gotcha.
I mean, if somebody's coming at him to glom him or beat him up, I'll be there or I'll try to help him out. But that's none of my business. And I really didn't know the severity and the detail of that story until later. And I heard it from reliable sources, and it's not good.
No, it's not.
It's a shame. He's really a good guy.
You know, a lot of our listeners may not know this, but they should. You know, in your early days, before you were with Vince, you're the NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion. You beat Mike Graham.
In his hometown.
How,
There's another pro. There's a pro. He's co-owner. His dad owns the friggin' thing for 50 years. He's did everything. Powerlifting. He's the pride of Tampa. He's the ultimate babyface. Seriously, ultimate babyface. The man has so much patience. I've learned so much shit from him. He led me unbelievable. Mike Graham is a friggin' legend icon and shouldn't be disrespected. He puts me over in the Spartan Sports Center because the Fort Hesterly Armory was closed down in the middle for the Florida heavyweight title. I mean, I didn't know it that night. I did not know it. I was clued in like, I'm going, okay, I'm beating Coco Samoa. Okay, Hector Guerrero. Wait a minute, I'm in the main event? Let me tell you something. I had so much friggin' heat. Percy Pringle was my manager. I wear contacts. When I walked out of that ring, somebody threw tobacco juice in my face.
Wow.
You can get away with it then. Guess what? I had to go in the shower with my boots on to get the leaves off my lens of my contacts.
Oh, my God.
But guess what? I ain't bitching or moaning. That's my fucking job. I want the heat, and I got it. I got it with wrestling. Not this, or a loaded thumb to the eye, or tire buddy on the pole match, some kind of bullshit crowbar or something. I got it with heat and wrestling.
How easy was it for you to, since these were your beginnings and you're Florida heavyweight champion, how easy was it for you to adjust to when the WWF wanted you to be enhancement talent? Was this cool to you, or were you like, what the...
Good question. I from there, I dropped the Florida title, and I go to Jarrett Promotions.
Okay.
By the way, Jerry Jarrett is in my top 5 as far as wrestling promoter being kind and truthful. Other people may have stories about him. I'm sorry, he's treated me well. I like him. So did Otto once. Unbelievable. Incredible. But getting back to Jerry Jarrett, I was there, and I was there only 6 or 7 months, and he put the Southern Tag Team titles on me, on me and Chick Donovan. We beat
Chick Donovan.
Yeah, I remember,
we beat
that.
Rocky Johnson, which I love, and Soul Train Jones, a.k.a.
Virgil.
Yeah. No Cell's my finish, by the way. He thinks that's cool.
Wow.
What? Again.
He thought that was cool?
Yeah.
That sounds like Virgil.
See, that and the one No Sold My Loaded Glove in the Spartan Sports Center, Tiger Conway Jr. Jumps right up for him after I beat him. Wahoo McDaniel's the booker. As soon as you got in the locker room, you were fucking fired.
Really?
That's the way you do it. And guess what he did? Edited the match, shows me blast him in the face, and pins him. Don't show him no selling it for about 4 weeks.
Wow.
That's the way you do business. Everybody should be broken in Japan. Everybody should be broken in all Japan, especially, because I love all Japan, by Giant Baba. And then you'll learn to respect the business, like the young boys that have to sit there from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 11 o'clock at night in these red shorts. They can't take a shower. They have to wash Baba down. They got to pay their fucking dues. That's how you become. And guess what? Most of them are great workers to this day. All by respecting the business.
Wash Baba down. He was like 7 foot
Hey,
something.
hey,
That's like 14
hey,
sponges.
Wait a minute.
I was there.
He doesn't want you guys in red
hose.
shorts washing
No.
Baba.
I'm
picturing you with the mops
They
and
wore
stuff.
red
What?
shorts, and that's their uniform. Red shorts, red T-shirts. They're the young boys. Okay.
yeah.
Then when they go and wrestle,
Yes.
they put on their tights, and then
Sure.
no shower, wipe off, put that on, stay out the ring, clean up the ring, bring down the ring.
Gotcha.
I go in the shower. It's my first week. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I was there my first tour. 3 weeks, 4
He
weeks.
felt the mop going
I
down.
go
his back.
into the shower and I'm going, and Baba's standing there,
Oh, God.
and he's a tall guy,
Yeah.
and he don't talk much, and he knows me, and I know him, and this guy's like washing his back, and I'm like, I'm
getting
going,
worried.
I'm going, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I go, I don't know what. Okay, that was the quickest shower I've ever taken in my lifetime.
Okay, I'm clean.
Yep, I'm going back. I mean.
Oh my God! Wow.
Did Pat Patterson ever ask you to
Stop!
wash him down in the shower?
No. Actually, no. I've got along with Pat Patterson
Really?
fine. He explained my my angle with Skip to me. He laid down the rule. I don't know how this is going to go. If it goes good, well, it did go good, and I got a year out of it.
Yeah, sure.
I was the captain of my Survivor Series team. I went to WrestleMania. I went to In Your House matches, Royal Rumbles. The biggest thing, and it wasn't included in that, was taking Terry Funk's place as the Red Knight.
Yeah, that's right.
What a wow! I'm honored. I'm taking Terry Funk's place.
Right.
Are you shitting me? In the main event in Boston Gardens against the Hart Foundation's family? Thank you.
What was Barry Horowitz's best payday as a wrestler for the year?
I won't say it,
Not payday, pay year.
Pay year?
Yeah.
Probably my first year or two there was really well because, remember now, I was on a lot of, you got the A show to B show. I was on a lot of Hulk Hogan shows and Grateful.
Oh, yeah.
You're on that show, it's sold out.
So
if you're on the B show, Rick Rude may be on top. It's good,
right,
but it's not great.
It's not
So
Hogan.
you got that, and then double shot weekend. Vince would rent out two, what am I thinking? Learjets, two of them, heels and baby faces. You do a show at 12, and you do another one at 7.
Yeah.
Hop on that Learjet, food's waiting on you. Only fits a few people on there. I was on there with Ron Bass one time and Hulk Hogan, and and fly to the next town, and he'd only do it a couple times a year. I mean, that's 4 paydays in 2 days. But it's brutal because the way I wrestle. I mean, I'm wrestling Saturday and Sunday, maybe Owen Hart 4 times.
Right.
And we could keep the match the same because we're in a different state. If you're 100 miles away, you need to change that matchup and the finish. Okay, but, you got to work your ass off. And I did. And, yeah, but I knew what I had to do. When I'm done with that match, supplement my ass off. I mean, I went to FSU for wrestling and sports nutrition.
Right.
So I know what to do. I got to get in that hotel room, no strip bars, no alcohol. I don't do that. And that's what kept me in the middle lane and the right lane, not in the rock star lane, the left lane, because the left lane will do a couple things. It'll aid you, put you in a wheelchair, you'll kill yourself, or you'll just die from something.
Did you hit the gas ever?
Never. If I did now, I'd be 250. I'm 230 now.
But that had to be hard back then, right? Because everybody was gassing,
I was scared. I was scared of it. It's illegal. I was afraid, and I just didn't want to do it. I just said, listen, I went to school for this training and eating. This is what you're getting out of me. You need to take me for, I don't look like a piece of shit, and I'm not $1.80, and I don't have Walmart gear on. It's custom.
Right.
Take me for my talent. That's what Otto Wantz did with me. Do you know he contacted me 3 times to come to Graz, and I said I can't because I'm under contract. He tried one more time, and I wasn't. And what does he do for me? He brings me in. You're going to beat Franz Schumann for the belt. The guy hasn't been beaten in years.
Wow.
Barry Horowitz is just he knows this guy is a technical, I'm nobody's son, no favors done, nothing. And I beat him with a Noki's finish, the octopus, in the middle, in a hockey arena. It sounded like this. Those people couldn't believe it. Wow. They didn't know what happened. They were, what just friggin' happened? I mean, it was unbelievable. And then the deal was come back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks and drop the belt. And I did. I forgot what happened with that, or was it? I forgot the finishes with the octopus, or stop it because of blood, because of I hit the hockey plexiglass. I'm not sure. I got that confused. But press conference, drives me to the airport. Here's some extra money. Buy some Godiva chocolate. Buy this. Buy it. He just treated me like unbelievable. And I won't mention names because I don't feel like it. Sometimes I like burying somebody, but I won't do. I just don't feel like it right now. But I'm in there getting my payday, and I walk in, and there's these 2 other main eventers for Vince that are sitting there. And I figure, I'll just wait my turn. And they go to get up and they go, sit down, Barry's next. Motherfucking right, I was next. I was the main event, bitch. That's
that
right.
had to feel good.
It did feel good.
That had to feel good.
I couldn't, but I thought it was a joke or a work. I'm going, holy shit. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a word.
Let's go back. So you worked under many heavyweight champions in the WWE. So you mentioned Hogan, A-Card, big money working with Hogan. How about, we mentioned Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
How was it working the A-Card with Kevin Nash?
It was good.
And there was a draw from Kevin
I
Nash?
think so. Hell yeah. People, they love Big Daddy Cool or Diesel. And hell yeah.
Does he deserve the rep he gets? Because he gets killed as far as during his run. They said that business was at its
Probably
worst.
the worst.
Are you serious?
Do you think that's an unfair label for Nash?
You know better than we do. So
I don't know about that.
You were seeing Full Houses?
Well, let me ask you this:
I think
what heavyweight champion would you rather have been on the B card with? That that was a champion at the time you were there? Because you went through a bunch of champions, right? You had Hogan.
How about Warrior? I know you can't take him as a person, but what about his drawing powers champ? Did you notice a suffering of any kind? Because he gets a bad rap, too, that his run was nothing like Hogan's.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. And for him, by the way...
So you did see a hurt attendance with Warrior. Okay.
I saw something, and I'm not a big fan or mark for this, but I saw him on an interview on YouTube 2 months ago.
Okay.
In his basement or in some kind of weird-ass room in his house. I don't know. And he's like spitting and getting pissed about Hogan and knocking him. Right there. How dare you? You don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, bitch. You're downing Hulk Hogan? Okay, he's limited. But he was in the Rocky III, the look, the promos, the time. I don't care. I don't care, and he don't act like a goofball. I seen him at 6 in the morning in Atlanta airport signing autographs. He's tired as shit. I've never seen him diss anybody, and I'm being honest. He's always treated me with respect. I'll never forget we were in Birmingham, Alabama. He's on top with Ted DiBiase. I'm first or second match with White Lightning Tim Horner, which I love wrestling him. By the way, him, Brad Armstrong, Scott Armstrong, Stevie Armstrong, Bullet, they're fucking machines. They're great. They're great.
How come Brad Armstrong never got... I mean, I know you're going into something else, but how come Brad never made it?
I think he did.
Yeah?
They put him in there with Flair. They've always built him up. I don't know. I thought he got a good... I thought he did.
Oh, he did nice
good,
push,
but he never went to Vince or anything. Then he did that Arachnaman, which was kind of cool.
Right.
But, no, Brad is... He's a supreme wrestling machine.
He was,
Good baby face. Love wrestling a good... And getting back to Tim Horner, Hogan comes up to us after the match and he says, hey, great match, guys. He says, you know, I'm a gimmick. He says, you do all the work out there. I didn't know what to say. I said, thanks, and we did. I mean, we're high-spotting our ass off, and I said, thanks, Hulk, you know, and stuff. And I loved being on his cards. I mean, it was great.
Road Warrior Animal just passed. Can you share any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can't get over that. When I first met Joe Laurinaitis and Hawk, I instantly loved Hawk. He's a Minnesota guy, which I really didn't know Joe was from Philly. I thought he was a Minnesotan. Your true Minnesotians never leave Minnesota, but they're gradually doing that. Hawk, I think, did leave for Florida. I don't think Kurt Hennig would ever leave Minnesota. But something about Joe, like, I'm king shit on Turd Island. I'm the fucking deal. And it just felt like it. But he was never mean to me. I just felt it. But Mike, I don't know, I just felt more accepted or respected. That's the word. And then Joe got off the gas. And I seen him at some meet and greets, and especially in Allentown 6 months ago. Unbelievable. His booth was right next to mine. It's not like he had nobody to talk to. We were just talking, and he's just really pleasant. I asked him about that thing, because I knew it was him. I'm pretty good at recognizing people. I said, you did that friggin' glue commercial. That was you. He says, yes, it was. I said, what did they do? He says, they didn't let me wear the paint, and I shaved my head, and he's not as big. But I knew it was Joe Laurinaitis. It was a sweet deal. I mean, it took him 5 hours. They flew him to Columbus, Ohio. Got a great payday. No bumps. And he was just really sincerely nice. And he looked good, too.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm shocked. I don't know what happened. The only thing, I don't know from years before. You know, you buy a new car and you spin the tires. And you spin them and you spin them. They eventually wear out. But let's say you stop spinning them, but they're still wearing, and then they go flat. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I do.
That's the only thing I could contribute that to. I
went
never
to
heard
school-
anything bad.
You went to school for nutrition, right?
Yes.
In your mind, if someone just takes the gas and lives other healthy, like eats right, doesn't do drugs, do you think the gas is bad for you, or do you think it is bad for you, period, regardless what your lifestyle is?
A little bit of both. Like, the way Stallone does it, I don't know this personally, but I'm looking at the guy.
Absolutely.
I've listened to his pep talks. He's a master. He eats right. He's got a chef. I'm sure, I don't know this for a fact, this is allegedly, he probably gets administered by a special doctor. His liver enzymes are checked. He doesn't stay on it forever. He does it right. And he takes care of himself. He knows what he's doing. And there's a lot of other guys, too. In The Rock, holy shit. I mean, he does things incredible. His look, he can get ripped, he can get thick, he can do it all. He's got great genetics, too, and genes. His father was awesome, Rocky Johnson. Funny as shit. I like Rocky. Dude knew how to save money, Rocky Johnson. Oh, my God. But he was cool, and he could do that shuffle. Accordingly, I think he sparred with George Foreman back in the day. So, yeah, and then you got the other side of the coin where it is bad for you, and think about it. Like my doctor, I had a checkup last week. He says, when you take growth hormone or synthetic test or whatever, first of all, it shuts everything down. But second of all, everything else grows. You don't need the heart to grow any more than it is, or it'll blow.
Yeah. It's a great point.
I'm going by.
It's a muscle, right?
So yeah, exactly. That's what he said. I'm going by statistics.
All right, we're almost out of time. I just want to name.
We are.
Yeah,
I just got started.
I know, bro. This has been incredible.
It's like one of my matches. You're telling me to go home?
We need time enhancement.
Yeah.
We're gonna name a few wrestlers. Give us your thoughts.
Ooh,
and then, yeah. So Farrell hit you with a few wrestlers, and I'll hit you with the final wrestler.
We're throwing just out of the. Okay, fine. Frankie Williams.
I like Frankie.
Yes.
He was hilarious. I mean, he could have looked better. But
he could have looked better.
Well, he could have.
Well, it's really hard to watch.
He was great.
I like Frankie. That was when I was 21 and working for Vince Senior.
Okay.
WWF.
That's right. Yeah.
And Vince was the announcer. And Bob Backlund was champ.
Yes, yes.
And Iron Mike Sharp was beating the shit out of people.
Yep. And Frank Williams was trying to explain that he tried his hardest.
I like Frankie. I did.
There you go.
He was very nice to me. There was never,
Your thoughts on also, because the reason why you're in my mind, you're one of the greatest talent enhancement guys that they ever had.
Thank you.
How about a guy like Frank Williams? Should there be a spot in the Hall of Fame for this very special, important role in pro wrestling?
Frankie Williams.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I can't give a justified answer is because I was 21. I was there a year or so. I didn't see all of his matches.
How about Johnny Rods?
Oh, that's a different
in Hall of
story.
Fame, bro.
Now, wait a minute.
No, I understand that. Doesn't he
Hey,
open the door, though?
That's a friggin' Hall of Famer.
Of course he is.
Again,
That's
I
the whole
learned
point.
so much on the road and respect and different entailed things in the ring from him and Jose Estrada and Matt Luis Rivera a lot. Now, as far as if we're building a house, my friggin' foundation and first bedroom was built by the great Malenko. Bar none.
Right.
He's the fucking man.
Right.
He's the best. And so is his sons.
Wow.
You fuck with them, they'll fucking drive you into the ground.
That's
They're
the core
hookers and shooters. They're Carl Gotch material. You don't want to fuck with people like that.
It's the core of your training, is it not?
Excuse me?
The Malenkos is the core of your training.
That is the core.
Thank you.
Now, to get polished, you hit the road with Jay Youngblood, Rick Steamboat, Johnny Weaver, Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, Rufus R. Jones, Bugsy McGraw, all of this, Ric Flair, Bob Orton Jr. Shut your mouth, sit in the back seat, absorb, and listen to what they say. If they rib you, they rib you. Don't be a puss. Come on now.
Got some names?
Gene Anderson. I got stretched by him so many times. Paying my dues, brother. Paying him. Didn't hurt me. Didn't break my leg.
Ole a nice guy? Because we hear 9 out of 10 people do not prefer Ole.
I worked for Ole, but see, here's the deal with Ole. If you're a Steiner, if you're a Bret Hart, if you're an Owen Hart, if you're a Barry Horowitz, if you're a Tim Horner, if you're an Armstrong, you're a wrestler, you're in.
Yeah.
If you're a gimmick, you're out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hence why I got knocked out of the box, right?
Probably. I didn't know that. Sometimes I just don't know the behind the scenes or care, or I don't know what to believe.
Here's the thing. Look, we're talking about wrestling today, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing today is not working. It's clear it's an issue.
Yeah.
I actually think the writing has gotten much better, and I'm actually enjoying it. My partner does not.
No.
But my point is, it's not working. You had 10 million viewers 20 years ago. You probably got about 2 million wrestling fans watching wrestling.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't
right
keep
now.
up with that.
Right.
It's
I
rough
tell you
right
what
now.
I do keep up with, if you don't mind me just saying this,
Sure.
because you got me on a roll here. What I don't get, you just tell me. Maybe I'm dead ass wrong. Maybe I'm a mark for myself. I don't know. Think about what I'm about to say to you, and this is all shoot.
Yep.
I live 45 minutes to an hour from the Performance Center, the PC, in Orlando. It's a training ground. Okay, you got different coaches in there. You got a head coach, okay? I think Shawn Michaels is there.
Correct.
Norman Smiley, which I know he used to come around the ring when I was the Florida champion. Okay. Some of these guys need to be trained, and they're trainers. I'm not knocking them, but why would you not bring in Barry Horowitz? You bring in, I don't know some of these guys, they never worked for Vince. Again, they don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. They were on his TV for 6 months. They're somebody's friend. They're Triple H's friend. Maybe I got heat with them, but wow, didn't I put you over your first match when you came from WCW right in the middle and continued that? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Anyway, so I built your guys. Granted, I was paid, and that's my job. But I see you do favors for different people. And, of course, if you did something really wrong and you need to be fired or something bad where it gets out in the press, you got to squash that. You know, just like he had to change his name to WWE. You got to do it. You have to break kayfabe. You had to. So let me get this right. Okay, let's just try Barry out, which is kind of disrespectful. I didn't know I needed a tryout. I thought everybody knew my resume. If you need to know it, ask me. Maybe go online and look at it, okay? So we've seen his matches. We know what he could. Why wouldn't we try him? Okay, we'll do him two days a week. What they pay, I could live the rest of my life. No problem. I don't live above my means. I don't live that rock star life. I don't need to. I don't need to buy a $5 million house when I could buy a $500,000 house. Yep. Because you don't know when your last match or your last payday is. Yep. This is in any realm. So I don't understand that and the disrespectfulness. And I'm going, why don't you just say I'm a piece of shit or I got heat? You can't, because I don't. So how about when I'm watching the NFL and I'm watching my Patriots or the Buccaneers or Brett Favre or Dan Marino, any of these people, hey, we hired this new offensive coordinator. It's Tommy Joe. Who the fuck is he? Well, he used to be the quarterback's coach for the Browns. Well, he's turned around the Patriots. He's a fucking winner. It's the same thing. I think I could do well for that company. I'm not saying I'm going to turn it and flip it, but I think I could add to the potion, to the mixture, to the recipe. Why not try me? Why not see my ideas? Because right now, not everybody, my biggest thing is you don't know how to lock up, take a headlock, or take a tackle. I haven't seen anybody pass my test the way I was taught. There is a 1% on it. If I took 10 guys, 9 fail. They weren't taught right. Is it my way? Maybe it is my way. But that's the way I was taught by Malenko. And there's other things that I picked up from Steamboat or Mike Rotundo or somebody of this nature, Dean Malenko, Jody Malenko, somebody, Carl Gotch. I don't get it. So let me get this right, okay? I'm a certified sports nutritionist, personal trainer, wrestled for over 10 years amateur, over 30 years professional, my look, what I'm about, and I'm fucking sitting on the couch in Florida? Why, some fucking jamoke doesn't know an armbar from a top wrist lock from a Kimura, and he's getting paid 6 figures? Fuck you! That's bullshit! Am I mad? Yes, I am mad. Now, am I greedy? Okay, yeah, if I didn't look like I did, if I didn't train, if they never pushed me, if I didn't do any of that, you're bitter, Barry. You don't like Vince. It's none of that. I have nothing against Vince. He's a moneymaker. He's a billionaire. I want to know why I can't have a piece of that fucking money. Why can't I have a piece of that pie? Why? Why aren't I entitled? I think I deserve it. I'm legitimately bitching. There's a difference between that and fucking whining like a crybaby. And I did what you told me. Whatever. I fucking broke my neck doing that fucking pile driver video when you cut a hole in the ring on plexiglass, about 10 takes. That's finally fucking neck gave out. I was out 11 months and barely got paid.
Have you tried to contact WWE in recent times?
I have, but I'm not contacting the right people. Because believe me, some people aren't getting it there, or let's just say I talked to somebody in that training center. He ain't taking my spot. I ain't telling Triple H nothing.
Right.
I ain't telling Vince. I ain't telling Stephanie. Right. I ain't telling nobody.
Right.
Barry who? You know what I did? This is a shoot. I've never told this before. And I've did this before, and it's worked for me. You're not going to answer me? I got up early that morning. I got in my car and drove there.
Mm-hmm.
I found out where the kayfabe building was. It's all a fortress. I parked my car in employee parking. I walked there looking good. I wanted to. I got there too late. Training was over. I got there about 3. I bang on the door. It says WWE. They got some kind of fucking censor out of Mission Impossible. I'm serious. It's weird.
Sure.
So they wouldn't answer me. Hey, I drove an hour. You're going to answer me. You know who I am.
Right.
All of a sudden, top man of security comes around. Black shirt, black pants. Could I help you, sir? Yeah. I said, is Terry Taylor around, or Matt Bloom, or anybody's in charge? My name's Barry. Here's my business card, blah, blah, blah. I said, I can't get you on the phone, and you know what? I want a job. If this is how I have to do it, I've did it before. I'm not begging, but you need to see me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, wow, I took off my sunglasses, my hat. Oh, I remember you, and I remember you from Florida, and I remember you at the Sun Dome, and all. Okay, could you give this card to Terry Taylor, please? Well, I don't think the card got through, or Terry was lying or bullshitting me. I don't know what happened, but right there, I'm a go-getter. I'm not being a mark. I didn't bang on the doors or try to burn the place down or hang out for Sean and, hey, can I get a job? I don't need to do that, okay? So they should forget Mr. Technical. It should be Mr. Disrespected.
Well, you broke your neck.
Mm-hmm. I got a nice scar back there if you want to look at it.
I will.
That sounded very weird.
That did sound weird.
Don't look at it that way.
I didn't mean it that way.
He's not going to look at it that way. Don't. Go on.
Do you think that...
Thanks for letting me bitch that, by the way.
No,
Absolutely.
we loved it. Are you kidding me? I was going to ask you about
I'm not complaining.
Right.
I'm being... I want to know the answer. I would love for one of those two to call me and tell me. You know what the safe answer is? It's safe with all jobs. Walmart, Macy's, Kmart. Barry, we just don't have a place for you.
Right.
It's safe because you're a big company and I could fucking sue you.
Well, a lot of the
if you
wrestling
fuck with
experts
me.
feel that there's too much nepotism in the WWE. Again, I'm not so sure. But my bigger question to you, coming off an injury like you came off of, does the WWE owe former wrestlers, 401ks, medical care,
I'm glad you said that. No. I'm going to tell you why, in my eyes.
You sure?
Forget the 401k. Let's just go with the insurance and the medical. Okay. I don't think the NFL does that. I'm not sure. I don't know. NBA.
Well, they're unionized, so yes, they
Okay,
have their own union.
so I stand corrected. Okay, and
Tom
Vince,
Brady gets
and Vince
besides
doesn't
his
like
agent-
unions. I was there the day of that meeting. Somebody got fired for suggesting that. I don't want to say who because I like him.
Wasn't that Jesse Ventura?
He was one of them, but there's somebody else too. But anyway, this is how I look at it. Let's just say I make 6 figures a year. Instead of blowing it on elaborate houses and Lamborghinis, $700 bar tabs at 4 in the morning when you need to get up for a plane and you're the main event.
And a girl named Sue.
Yeah. Why don't you take that money and buy some insurance for yourself? That's funny. I'm not involved now. I got insurance. You could get elite insurance like Lloyd's of London. Kurt Hennig did it. I think Ted DiBiase did it. But what I'm getting at is you can't buy insurance now. Some won't insure you're a pro wrestler. But there's got to be somebody out there that will take care of certain bills and what have you. So I don't feel they owe anything unless it was a union. Then it's a different story. But the bottom line is nobody's twisting your arm to be a pro wrestler. So quit. Oh, I took all of a sudden you were on the road making big money and you're happy as shit. You're the main event. But then you're out of the business and you're knocking Vince. Oh, I had to work 10 shots in a row. Oh, give me a fucking break. Are you serious?
And this is coming from
I'll take 10 shots in a row.
a lifetime professional wrestler who actually broke his neck in the ring saying this. Someone that legitimately would have a gripe if you thought it was the case.
I want to do this. I knew what I was getting into. Now, I protected my body to a point. Certain things did happen by accident. Some were on purpose, shoot or something. You got to defend yourself, give a receipt or whatever. It does happen. You're working hard, but don't be a mark. Like, you don't need to come off the top of the building in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in front of 200 people. Yeah. Granted, I did work the same as, and I have worked in front of 10 people or 10,000 or 100,000.
Sure.
You want to put 100% in there because they'll respect you too. But you could change it up. You don't need to fly off. You don't need to drop off. Right. You don't. You'll get the same with a good arm bar or a drop toe hold or a leapfrog, reverse my hip toss, I'll drop an elbow, you'll move, I'll arm drag you, drop kick, slam, take a powder. You will get results. I promise you, especially if it's done right. If it's done section bumping, I call it, and half-ass, you're going to get fucking booed.
All right, Barry, last question. What did Barry Horowitz mean to professional wrestling?
Oh.
I want to say that what you said, which I thank you again, both of you guys, just that, I don't know, that I was respected and I never caused trouble. I wasn't afraid. It was my dream and passion since I'm 15. And I just wanted to do well. The end of this dream was to retire like these other guys. I just didn't make that money. I mean, I made money, and I saved it, and I did well. I have things and traveled the world that I would have never did being a nutritionist. There's no way. Mm-hmm. But, and I'm not being greedy, I think I deserved more. Or, after my run in 97 with Skip, you couldn't keep me on one more friggin' year as a underneath babyface, or another little push. You couldn't try it out. You couldn't do me that favor. But you'll do jack-offs that have broken rules, messed with girls, did drugs, did stupid shit, and you'll give it all because they put asses in the seats. Yeah. So you could be a monster rapist. Well, he sold out Madison Square Garden. Book him again. He can't work. Book him again. What? I'm sorry, to a point that's ludicrous. And it don't deserve a pat on the back.
Well, we're going to give you a pat on the back because this was an incredible interview, and it's our honor to have you on the show. And for being a guest, our sponsor, Good Fucking Wine, would like to offer you.
Is that the name of it?
That's the name of it, sir. Good Fucking Wine.
Good fucking wine. So, and it's good fucking wine, too.
It's really good fucking wine.
Imagine that. It's good fucking wine.
It's bad fucking wine.
Just like what the bottle says.
All right, it's good.
All right, well, we want to thank Barry Horowitz, and we want to thank all our guests that came in. Tommy Rich, Marty Jannetty.
I got to give a shout out to Tommy Rich. I love his southern accent, and Tommy's funny as hell. By the way, he ribbed me in Charlotte, North Carolina, working for Crockett. I told him like 20 years later, because then I wasn't scared no more.
Right. Well,
I was green. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Well, I got to tell you, sir, you hit a home run. This was one incredible interview. You are the man.
You're the man. You're both the men.
Well, thank you.
So you give a double pat.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this has been Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte The Pharaoh. We're going to thank again WWE superstar, WCW superstar. This man is not enhancement talent. It's
easy for
late.
you to say.
Holy cow.
Mentally challenged.
This guy is a stud, and everybody knows who Barry Horowitz is. And if you're a fan like we are, we knew who Barry Horowitz is, and he is a hero of ours. So once again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday. This has been Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. I'm Mike Monte.
This is the Pharaoh, and technically speaking, nighty-night.
Oh, technically.